Yesterday, we talked about narcissism. So, we are going over projection. Subconsciously, people use psychological projection as a coping mechanism to deal with unpleasant circumstances or emotions. Here is a scenario. I ran to the ice cream truck with my cousin on day. She got strawberry ice cream, and I don't like strawberry ice cream. My favorite is lemon. I get lemon and she gets strawberry, but when we decide to sit on the front porch, she trips and loses her ice cream. Another thing about mental projection is some of it is purely exaggerated. With exaggeration, you claim that it is psychically hurting you and your head picks up on that. Some people try to tickle themselves, and to a certain degree, you can, but your brain is a snitch. I want to be tickled. That's the thought. The brain has the thought and it goes, well, I'm ticklish, so you laugh. To a certain degree, you convince yourself. Even convincing yourself that you are stupid can be incorporated in your personality. Shiki Bible said that the brain knows DNA, so if you start thinking negative things, you will shape into that. Back to the ice cream debacle. Her strawberry ice cream was her whole life. She waited centuries for that specific strawberry ice cream. I tell her, calm down. But she says I don't understand what it's like to lose something so precious. Who gives a fuck? So we have an argument. This is a different day. My cousin is still upset about ice cream. We go to the store and get new clothes, but this times we reach for the same pair of shoes. She says, I can't have the pair of shoes I want because I'll just lose them. Now that sounds stupid. This can carry on for days, or more. And honestly, if you aren't over it by 32, you are retarded. And again, in the face of PTSD. Yes, trauma can make you fucking stupid. If you don't handle with good, it does horrible for you in the end. And the worst is suicide. Once again, when you single quote handle so metheme, you make somebody carry the load and they have no idea what they need to carry. Projection is just saying how immature and hurt you are, even if it's something like ice cream. But does it get deeper? Well, let's go back to the strawberry cousin. 1. Strawberry is their favorite. 2. Strawberry is kind of the color pink or red. 3. She lost it. Having favorite items usually come first from childhood. Your favorite color is your favorite color because it was attached to something that made you happy. I love chalk. I like the color white. Though their reason can explain why she is so angry about ice cream, it's still not warranted and says a lot about her. Shiki Bible said thinking the opposite tricks the brain into action because you don't understand. We could use the strawberry cousin as an example. But what is the opposite of lost? Strawberry likes to win. Maybe she's traumatized by something and lost it? That is one way of looking at it. But some things are so deep, you can't understand. Vampires put thought in people's heads for a body. You aren't wrong. Coaxing is a gang method to push somebody into a false sense of security or suicide. I have said that word too much. Why, Laisha? Yes. You asked for more information on the sun test? The sun test is used on vampires and prisoners. Because Alexis's coffin has opened with nobody else in the room, she will have the sun test done to evict whatever spirit. The sun test uses an ultraviolet light. We use about 4 on the index for examination. About 6 will be used on Alexis during her test, is told by her doctor. During the test, we will put a black cloth around her eyes and rub hospital-approved sunscreen on her body. In some situation, vampires are left to endure, which does leave burns, holes in the skin, discoloration, aging, and minor blindness. Alexis will be shot 3 times with a UV light. It's about a 50 by 37-inch screen. Wait. You're flashing a light at a vampire. That is how a sun test works. It works on bad spirits. She's a vampire. I'm her friend. Can't I take her out of the hospital? Afraid not. Police have been around looking over her body for investigation. The sun test will happen once the police have everything they need. What is everything? Alexis hasn't done anything. She's been going to school. We live together. Would you like to talk to an officer?
My name is Officer Denley Christopherson. I'm working with the Virginia Police Department on human segregation.
Alexis is a vampire.
We understand that. She is involved in a human trafficking case. Several homes on Manhattan and Waynesboro were broken into and at least 7 were harmed.
She didn't go anywhere. Well,
Ma'am, several vicious bite marks were found on people's neck and shoulders. One was passed out at the time, but the children in the house were shot.
wait. Alexis is in therapy. She lives with me.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but that doesn't mean anything.
It wasn't her. I swear to God it's Rose's boyfriend. We stay way in a different city.
Where at?
North, I don't know. We stay in a motel.
Where?
We catch the bus. I know. Come with me. The 6-month exam had some questions. And a lot of still ask about it. Law's illegal under vampires. You aren't supposed to breed with morals. You can't kidnap for blood. You can't go to church. You can't bite. Obviously. I believe one of the questions on the test asked what was illegal, and one answer was denial of health care. This is true. Vampires cannot go to a human clinic because it, under law, provokes them.
Because of blood in bodies.
Not my fault. Answer 2 was collecting blood, which basically the same as the clinic rule. And the third one sounds like it is solely directed towards werewolves, but when vampires woke up, in several locations, inside and out America, vampires were considered animals based on media's popularizing humans turning into bats. America is stupid, and as I said before, vampires and humans cannot fuck each other. I cannot say it any better. Now the last one is true and false, and this came after Jim Crow. Nobody really knows the law. I'm going back and forth. The Sylvester animal passed in 1971. And segregation extended. Sylvester is a Groudon, and Sylvester legitimately kept a black man on a leash and performed gross sexual acts. Sylvester Groudon was a sex fiend and told that he had a male fetish. During trial, he kept a treasure chest of dildos and glorified BDSM. A lot say that the reason vampires are up is because of the mistreatment of the Obifo. That is the rumor, but we aren't sure. The Groudon clan absolutely loves Jim Crow. So a huge family secret is the Groudon clan was not always Groudon. The family has German roots, and the name was found because Sissy Urati him. And even so, no one can trace that name.
It might have been Webb.
The Groudon name has been changed 9 times. Sissy was formerly Westfall, and that became Westpaul to a spawn again Wupple. There is one family member that has records linked with the government, and I believe that was Rosemary. I can't remember the last name, but for consistency, Groudon. The lone Negro bill is just like the former law that allowed people to shoot niggas in broad daylight with a fucking permit. The Treaty of Virginia v. West Africa does not exist. Listen, the TOT as it is called does not exist. The reason is because America punished Virginia for it. The White House called the mayor in with charges of slavery, embargo, and conspiracy. Now, what did happen? West Africa accused Virginia of smuggling 80 Africans from Côte d'Ivoire, Niger, Ghana, and Liberia. An unregistered boat docked in Côte d'Ivoire. Côte had a population around 10 million at the time, and what was stated is that this unregistered boat, at first, kept 200 people on people and stole 80 because Africa doesn't fuck with that mentality. It was recorded that just a shy of 4 people went missing from Liberia, 15 from Niger, 27, and Côte was a major focus that went back and forth between Ghana, collecting the rest. These people were stored in units, and they made it look as if they were just regular foreigners looking for medicine and other. Just like slavery in history, nobody really knew fucking English. Though Liberia is multilingual. The racism cut out tongues because that's snitching. Virginia was in hot water to the point the crime was so severe that America literally wanted to bomb it. Despite everything, America literally gave them a slap on the wrist and charged us with a $71 million fine.
That's all we got?
We are still paying. In fact, some Navy bases were on TE soil and have since been shut down and moved. Because slavery is illegal and embarrassing. The Jazz Bill only exists in Louisiana. It is also called the Shut Up Bill, and vampires in the Bayou State cannot use the power of word or rituals. This is vampire history, but the Underground Railroad exists, but the ghetto calls it the Black Roads, and Louisiana the equal to that of fucking Canada. Me personally, I thought it was stupid because Louisiana was first. You come up with a concrete thing. Fucking Creoles. If you picked the tot on the test, that is the answer, because America thought Virginia was starting slavery again. Let me say this. Miss Namaste made the damn test. It wasn't graded, but if you're in my regulars, I'll give you some extra points.
Who Miss Nafor?
She's one of the vampiric teachers that teaches foreign heritage. She gives her regulars a test every 6 months. Unlike real school, we literally have school every day. But October and weekends. Also Ash Wednesday. If you work on Wednesday, you are a cretin. We get 2 weeks off. Ash Wednesday is a holiday for us vampires because it talks about resurrection. Just like MLK Day, some Negroes don't celebrate Easter.
Why?
Something about killing a rabbit is bad luck. It has to do with the loan bill. Today I think we'll go over some words, because the 6-month exam is in question. Nobody asked Miss Fafu to make the fucking test. Anyway, you can make a string to float, but most is done using thought. Paralyzed vamps exist, but I believe the word is feet. With the government cutting a nigga's wings off. Another method is tattoos, which isn't talked about. What's that girl's name that gives out the free tattoos in the school? Mehmet and Prudentia. I might get a pair of wings later. The word to float is feet. If anybody knows other, I don't care. When rapping, you have to remember, words have power. With the use of synonyms, some words are better than other. And again, the synonym for feet is not fly. I cannot tell you how many people end up injured. You can use a single word. You can use sentences. A word is for now and a string is forever. Feet is used to float. Then you might ask, well, what if you just use float? You have a candlestick, and that candlestick, with a word, will jump. That's it. Miss Watkins, how does the touch and the power work? The best way to explain it is, you use thought. But I have heard another say, it's all about creativity. Some vamps are so skilled they can make word bubbles, and I promise you, nobody in this illiterate school can do that. A word bubble does have touch, such as grabbing words off the surface of others and putting them into a bubble to make a bomb. That's basically what that is. It is a bomb. We make bombs. On a serious note, the bar in rap is considered a bomb. It is the equivalent. The bar has the most range, carrying the action of the string. In a regular poem, the bar is solely at the end. Sometimes not, but it usually is. What about the structure of a poem? Because rap and poetry go hand in hand. You have the line in the poem, and you have a stanza, which, like the paragraph, you tell a story with a poem, pretty much. With the power of word, you can just use the line. And that is also called monostage. Different poems call for a different voice. And everybody has a different flow. 1-line poems are monostage. 2 lines, a couplet. 3 lines is a tercet, like the haiku, also called a trplet. A 4-line poem is a train. 6 lines is hexastich. 7 lines is heptastich, and 8 is octave. There is an idol inside great stakes and as an unregistered nigga. That's blasphemous. Also quatrine and hexastich are 2 dead idols. These idols were said by ex-bum and are also fucking dead. Thank God.
What's so bad about that?
These idols created by the church are made to sing into he stop hearts. The idols walked freely, and if you heard one quatrine would literally stop your heart, and hexastich eats people. The 2 are not related to Gabriel and Michael in the realm. Those are actually 2 fucking angry chicken wings.
Angels. Fuck! I'd rather be at school. This is the vampiric hotline for vampires and humans in needs. What is the problem? What is your exit? Well, I haven't heard anything about that. When were you arrested? Well, I do have your record and all I see is, you missed your refill. You haven't been taking the session? Mr. Livni, how many did you bite? I have to make a report, because you are on medication. Your doctor is Molly Jenkins. I'm not making a police report. I have to keep it on record as Great Stakes does handle some of the arrest. I've actually never heard of Vestries. New York? If it's a vampire, then, yes. They would still count. You said it's another hospital in New York? What's its name? Once again, this is Great Stakes Wayfarer Sanatorium. Grand status?
Why did you take a shit in the cell? Because I can use the toilet. I'm tired of peeing in the bed. I don't care. You put us in jail and now Ma'am is going to be mad. And I hate you, you make me so mad. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you and your mother. We have the same mother. I don't even know you. Sasha? No, goddammit. It's Zoe. Ma'am is dead. Get us out of jail. Kitty pissed the bed. Sasha is still with Grandma but Mama is dead. I might need a soul or something. So where did you put the box? It's a tunnel underground. I made a gate using graffiti. And Grandma's old body. Is it still down there? No, I burned it. Good news is, Alexis is in a coffin. What's so special about the nigga? She's Shiloh's. You fucking dumbass. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Sasha is different from Alexis. Grandpa said we have to put the family back together. I'm tired of being racist. Did you find him another body? It's Abner and Congress won't give up his. The point is start the family back up again. Cause, well, it's Grandpa. It's like God and the devil. Vampires are up. Why not? Hey. Stop crying before I hit you. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't even know you. Ooh. What the fuck is the point? Calm down. I'm done. I am so done. Stop being stupid.